to my daughter's ultrasound. And I wasn't going to do a show this morning, and technically I'm not, but I am. So I don't know if anyone's here. But here I am. The one that you love, asking for another day. There will be no intro, no outro, just me. And I won't even necessarily be looking at you. I don't even know if anyone's here. It looks like a couple people are here. Good morning, Chicago Mike. Excuse me. Oh, probably not real good sound either, is my guess, because it's going through the microphone on in my truck. So it'll be a little noisy, and is what it is. Hey, Russ Johns, nice to see you. Anyway, as you know, I am my daughter is with child, and we're gonna go. Well, it's my turn to go to the ultrasound. My Lady Boomer went to it last time, and enjoyed the experience, and so this time I get to go, and then next time, because they can only have 2 people in the room with them, and so obviously my daughter's husband is going to be one of those people, and since his mother couldn't make it today, I get to go, and I'm pretty excited about that. I am, and then we might go to breakfast, or we might just, I actually have to get to work, to my other job, so afterwards I will probably be taking off from there. But I thought I would flap my lips, whatever you want to call it, while I'm on my way, and then I'll do part 2 on my way back. Just follow the news. You know what? Interesting thing I watched yesterday. If you're familiar with Jimmy Dore did a video, about a 30-minute video, regarding the news that came out that the Hill was pumping out, 8 times a day, which is the way they do things. Good morning, Avocados Diabli, and Wikipedia snippet, by the way. Regarding the stupid 19, and the new study came out, published in the Lancet, peer-reviewed, stating that vaccinated people can spread the disease just in almost the exact same fashion that unvaccinated people can spread it. Now, I already knew this. We have seen studies out of Israel with 500,000 people that they've monitored. Multiple studies in multiple nations. I think there was one in the Netherlands. There are studies in a lot of places. Oh, the other part too, as we know from several studies too, that people who have previously had the disease have just as much protection or more lasting protection than those who have been vaccinated alone. So if you've had the disease and been vaccinated, you get a little extra protection from probably getting it again. But people who have had the disease, generated and have survived, which is 100 million of us, have not only developed the antibodies because they have already had to fight the disease, but they also have the B cell memory that can your B cells, which produce antibodies, have kind of a memory system. That's just a layman's way to put it. That can remember how to reproduce those antibodies once they wane. So it is Um, it's fascinating to me that there are still people out there who are really gung-ho about these mandates. Who says politicians are scumbags? For more information, go to www.noshitsherlock.com. Well, thank you, Many Loose Screws. I appreciate your sponsorship of the show, and you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. I'm pretty sure Duck Dog's in the house. Oh, there you are! Better than Frozen, stupid song. So I hope I'm back. Oh, by the way, Brian Mattingly, you haven't been back since you did it, but I did get your donation via Cashapp. I greatly appreciate that. So I'll try to, the thing with Cashapp, you can't put any kind of message with it. That always bugs me about Cashapp. But I do appreciate you sponsoring the show. Thank you so much. You're the first Cashapp sponsor of this show. I greatly appreciate it. So anyway, back to the stupid 19. Now, and I do believe that people who have not had it maybe should get vaccinated, particularly people who are vulnerable. And as we know from the data, the science, because people always say, oh, you want to talk about the science? Science, you're blinding me with science. If you're following the science, the data, everything that is supposed to tell you what we should do about this endemic disease, because it is endemic. Even Biden's former, the chief person running the COVID response team, said that everyone's going to get this. Okay, everyone's going to get it. It's endemic. And we've known, at least there are some of us who have said, it's no longer a pandemic, it's endemic, it's going to happen. 100 million people have had it and survived. I am one of 100 million people. They like to talk about the 700,000 who died. 782,000 have died. There are 100 million people who've had it in the United States that haven't died. So the fear, what we need to do, at least in my opinion, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not even a scientist, but I've been reading about this since before you probably knew about it. I was reading about this disease coming out of the country of origin that shall not be named since the end of December, the first time that someone published something about it. And because it was December 31st when the World Health Organization finally mentioned that something weird's happening in the city of origin, in the country of origin that shall not be named. They finally admitted that something weird was going on, and they got the news, and I was like, oh, I just noticed this little snippet, not to be confused with Wikipedia snippet, this little snippet on the news about, oh, some weird disease happening in China. Oh, we don't have to worry about it too much. That doesn't look like it has person-to-person spread. Remember those words from the WHO? Famous words. Almost as famous as 15 days to slow the spread. Hey, remember that too? Remember it was 15 days to slow the spread just so they wouldn't overwhelm it. How far along is my daughter? Well, she's doing March, as far as we know. I think so. She's in just barely passing that first trimester thing. So anyway, thanks for asking. The 15 days of slow spread was because we knew that we weren't going to be able to stop it. We were not going to be able to, Joe Biden comes in saying, yes, we will defeat the virus. We will end the virus. You're not going to end the virus, okay? The virus is, and also because it's mutating, whatever, and probably mutating more because of vaccinated people than unvaccinated people. That's just the truth. You're not going to end it. It's going to continue its way through the population, and probably at some point, everyone in the country will, if they're getting it at rates similar to the unvaccinated. Now, they made a big deal, in a couple of months ago, and Joe Biden was like, "Oh, the only people who died from this is unvaccinated. The hospitals are filling up with the unvaccinated." Well, they counted. They were counting from the beginning of the year. So if you count from the beginning of the year, well, what is it about the beginning of the year? If you count from the beginning of the year, what is it that could affect the percentage of unvaccinated to vaccinated if you're counting from the beginning of the year? Oh, wait a minute. The vaccines were just starting to be administered at the beginning of the year. So if you count from the beginning of the year, well, of course, more unvaccinated people were getting the disease and more unvaccinated people were dying because there weren't that many people who had the vaccine in the first place. Right? So if you count all of them from the beginning of the year, of course there's going to be more because people weren't getting vaccinated. The vaccination rates weren't even getting up until now, when the vaccination rates are much better, right? Well, now, if you look at the state's data, we saw that report from Vermont the other day. Of 76% of the people in September. Now, granted, there are 33 deaths in Vermont. Of the 33 deaths, 25 of 33 were fully vaccinated. Now, did they have other comorbidities and all that stuff? Well, of course they did, because people who die from it tend to have those. A vast majority of the people who've died have been over 60, or obese, or had some other respiratory ailment. That pretty much narrows it down. Now, have there been incidents of healthy people who have died from COVID, completely healthy, total out of the blue? Yes. And we've heard every single anecdotal piece of evidence that can happen. But it's extremely rare. Have children died from COVID? Absolutely. The last count I saw was 637 children ages 0 to 17 have passed from the disease. Out of 6 million cases. Statistically insignificant. 0. Now, obviously not statistically insignificant to those parents who lost their children. That is a tragedy. But the idea that you would mandate a vaccine for 5 to 11-year-olds for something they have a 0.0206% chance of dying from is ridiculous. 1,000 kids a year drown. Are you going to vaccinate every kid in the country against water because 1,000 kids drown? I don't think so. It's the whole proposition seems ridiculous. Now, I had a great conversation. If you watched the Trail Stop stream on Saturday, I had a great conversation with a guy whose mother's a teacher, and he's very concerned about his mother being a teacher. Kids are dirty little things running around, and always got sniffles and this and that, and what and the other. And so he does have a legitimate concern for his mother, and whether or not that is going to cause... What the hell am I doing here? I need to go to 65, 94 West. I got to 94 West. There we go. Got to make sure I'm going the right way here. The kids, though, and this is science from the CDC and from various studies, says that kids don't carry the viral load that adults do, that older people do. That's why kids have mild symptoms. That's why kids aren't dying from it as much as older people. They don't carry the viral load. They don't spread it. Almost every as they use contact tracing and all that stuff, they found that kids are more likely to get it from an adult, and very unlikely for an adult to get it from a kid. That's why they don't have. That's why kids are often asymptomatic. In fact, there's probably, it's funny because as I follow this very closely. Oh, we're gonna go through a tunnel. I might lose the stream going through a tunnel. We'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah. So, and in fact, look, if that's the case, and his mother's fully vaccinated, so should he be as concerned? Well, if she gets it, because she is vaccinated, she hasn't had it before. She's vaccinated. She will likely, if she does get it, she will have more mild symptoms. Okay? Again, you vaccinate people to protect, you get vaccinated to protect yourselves. You do not get vaccinated to protect other people. If there are people who are hesitant about their health and their bodies, you know what I'm saying? Why would you have a mandate for something that most people under the age of 60 have very little chance of dying from? Have very little chance of being hospitalized. The other thing in that, now you have to go watch Jimmy Dore's video on this, and he's talking about how both vaccinated and unvaccinated people can spread the disease, and it's a 30-minute video. If you're and whether you like Jimmy Dore's politics or not, because I'm not a fan of Jimmy Dore's politics. I think he's wrong on most things political, but I should probably check this. Okay, I haven't seen it there. Unfortunately, I cannot see the chat, and because for whatever reason it's not working. Hopefully y'all are still there. It says I'm broadcasting, so I'm gonna believe it. Although it doesn't tell me that anyone's here. Let me try something. I gotta figure something out here. You know what? Maybe I'll restart it again when I get a chance. Anyway, I hope this is working. I can't tell. I can't see the chat. I can't tell. But it says it's going, so I'm going to assume it is. So anyway, as far as his mother's concerned, if she is vaccinated, then she is protecting herself, and because she hasn't had it yet, and that's a good thing. She's older. She's in her 60s, he said. She's near retirement. But the idea that you're going to, the point of vaccinating kids is not scientific. Follow the science. They're always saying, follow science. Oh, you're on the right, don't believe in science. Yeah, I do believe in science. That's why being one of the 100 million survivors of COVID in the United States, I'm more concerned about other people getting vaccinated than myself. All right, now I got a second. Let me try and see if I can get this back on. The stream's going to stop for a second, and then I'll start back up, so just be ready. It'll be paused. Hold on. Yeah, it'll be right back. Famous last words. I think I ended up going multi-stream. I'm sorry, guys. Clearly unable to reset the other stream. Now I realized it hit multi-stream the second time. I need to go back to the other one and close it out. So this one I'm going to close and fix this. I'll be back. Out. I'm smarter than I look, but I'm not. Anyway. All right, so I'm not going to go back to that subject for now. I'm sorry, guys, about the mix-up there. If anyone's still here, just just wave in the chat so I know you're still here. Hopefully this is working again. Anyway, so the topic, what I'm actually doing now, if you weren't sure, we are here. Well, thank you for sticking around. I know this is kind of a pain in the butt, and it's a little tricky when I'm trying to drive in different places. There's different empty spaces that cause the stream to go out, and then plus I can't really do this while I'm driving, so I got to be very careful. So anyway, oh, I got a finger there. Is that a finger? Am I number one? Am I number one, Duck Dog? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm number one. I'm number one. I'm number one. Woohoo! All right. So anyway, I no more. I'm done talking about the coof. I am on my way to my daughter's ultrasound. Very excited about that. Just I remember what it was like when I remember when we were doing her ultrasound, and we figured out, oh, the thing is though, here's what's gonna bug me though. My daughter doesn't want to know. Does not want to know the sex of her child. It's killing me. Now, I, being one who knows what to look for, and that thing, having experienced it a couple times myself, I will know. But I can't tell her, because she don't want to know. Her husband does. Well, her husband wants to know, but she's like, nope, nope, no. So here's what I'm going to ask you in the chat. Okay, here's what I'm going to ask you in the chat. And some of you have children and whatnot. Did you or would you want to know the sex of the child before the child is born? Because some people say, oh, I want it to be a surprise and all that, but here's the thing about that. It's a surprise no matter when you find out. So the surprise argument to me kind of falls flat, because you're still going to be surprised. Now, the only thing it is too is they're not always right when they tell you, or sometimes it's ambiguous more at first, and then the next ultrasound they know. But we wanted to know because we're planners, and we just kind of wanted to plan ahead, and it wasn't so much that we were gonna paint the room blue or pink, because we didn't do that. I think our daughter's room, when we painted it, was yellow or yellowish, like a yellowish color, and then we had kind of a balloon theme, so we had transfers on the wall with balloons and stuff. But I always thought, we wanted to know because we just wanted to plan ahead and be able to tell people, and when they, people buy you frilly little clothes and stuff like that when it's a girl, and I don't know. But I think my daughter too is somewhat pragmatic as far as she just wants a healthy child, and basically the first few months of the child's life, it's going to be in onesies all the time anyway, so she's not really doesn't really care to dress the baby in in gender roles or gender specific clothing. So that's kind of her thing. And except, although I got to tell you, when she was born and we took baby pictures, we had her baby pictures in this cute, because it was she was born in November 18th, and so we, when she was 1 month old, we had Christmas pictures taken of her in this red velvet Christmas dress that you can put a baby in, and it was really cute. I just like that. So some of you are glad you knew, wanted to know before, so we could get the right clothes and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of how we were too. But I can understand perhaps not wanting to know, just being all traditional and 19th century and shit. I don't know. But anyway, she might change her mind. Who knows? But I'm just excited to be able to go to one of these and be there for my daughter and her wonderful husband. He's fantastic. Couldn't be happier about our son-in-law. Great guy. We're just gonna play it by ear. But the other thing too is, as you know, if you've been watching for a while or been watching lately, I have this new hobby of acquiring furniture, and it's amazing. It's amazing what people give away. I mean, I tell you, I've been able to sell some of the stuff that we've got, and we've redecorated an entire room with furniture that we've gotten for free on Craigslist. But it's also fun to watch for cribs and high chairs and just different kinds of furniture. Like I have already gotten, I got this Eddie Bauer high chair for the baby already, and I've gotten my daughter a glider rocker. If you're familiar with those, they glide more. They're not. And also, it's a locking glider rocker too, so you can lock it when you don't want to rock. But and I know she will really like that. That was one thing that my wife was so happy that we bought when our kids were babies, because that glider rocker got a lot of time. Let's put it that way. It's got a lot of time in that glider rocker. Just rocking the baby to sleep, or when she was breastfeeding and whatnot, and so that was definitely a great purchase. We're in traffic. I hope I get there on time. Good Lord. 7. What time is it? It is 8:26. I should be able to get there. It says I'm a few minutes away. Oh, I should be there in a few minutes. Okay, cool. We're in a little traffic slowdown because of construction. Oh yeah, the the Build Back Better bill, the infrastructure bill. Has anybody noticed where you live? Has road construction stopped at any point that you know of? Do you know of any time where they just stopped fixing roads, fixing bridges? Because I'm just wondering what the hell it is exactly that they need. Glider rocker, 2 ultras? No. That's not something old. That's actually something more current. What it is, it's a rocker. It's instead of you're rocking on instead of rocking on these these rails that are on the floor. The base of the rocker is stationary, and then it has these hinges that go down on the base, and they glide the rocker. So the base of the rocker stays still. And then also they make like ottomans that do the same thing, but so they're just called glider rockers. That's a new thing. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Tell me, have you seen any time where it just road construction has stopped because we're not working on the crumbling roads and bridges? Anybody seen that? Because I sure as hell haven't. Every summer there's still construction everywhere the fuck you go. And why is my phone? Oh, my phone's. Why would my? Oh, that's not my phone. I'm like, what the hell? I've never seen a time where they stop doing construction on the roads in the summer, and especially here in the Twin Cities. I mean, because they've been redoing all the interchanges in Minneapolis because they're all designed poorly, and so. Okay, I got to make sure I hit the right exit here because I missed this exit one time. Okay, Maple Grove Parkway, 2 miles. Okay, next exit I got to take. cannot forget, because if I miss this exit, I will be going 6 miles before I can hit a turnaround. All right, so make sure I hit this exit. Anyway, never seen it. Never seen it. They've been doing the roads where I live for 4 years. Yeah, the one in Minneapolis, the one interchange, the main one going into downtown from the south of Minneapolis. I think it took them 5 years to do that one, and they've never stopped doing construction on it. This one here that I'm going through Maple Grove, and the northern part of 94 coming out of the Twin Cities. It's been under construction for at least 3 years. The reason I know that is because I used to drive this all the time when my son was playing basketball. He played basketball for a college that played another college that was out here on this road. 2 of them, in fact. Anyway, glider rockers are old, 1930s. They are terrible tensile construction. Oh, I did not know that they were old, but they still make them, and they still are effective, and they're great for mothers or nursing babies because you don't have a chance of falling backwards in them. All right, am I getting this exit right? It says this one. Okay, here it is. Oh, okay, Maple Grove Parkway. All right, got it. But anyway, my wife loved her glider rocker though when she was nursing. It was just because it is. And also the other part of it is there's not the tipping motion in a glider rocker. You don't fall backwards. You just glide back and forth very smoothly. And so it is great for, you just don't feel like you're going to fall over. It's like in a traditional rocking chair. So here in Texas too, I learned they do. Okay. Thank you, Chicago Mike. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, I got a couple of them. Thank you, Captain Mahaffey. I can't read it from here because I have to stop before I can even try to read this. I'm almost to my destination. That's good. I'm here on time. I was thinking, am I going to be late because of traffic? But I'm not. This is good. Captain Mahaffey, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. And also, Chicago Mike says 2 seasons in Chicago, winter and construction season. Yeah, isn't that the truth? I think that's like that in every city, and especially on the interstate highways. So I don't even know what they're talking about when it comes to the. I have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to the crumbling roads and bridges. Like we're not doing infrastructure. We're constantly doing infrastructure. I've never seen when they're not doing infrastructure. Well, at least the roads and bridges, right? So again, they're just finding ways to spend money. They're finding ways to, I don't know, if they're lining the pockets of their. Is this where I'm going? Gosh damn it! Oh wait, this is not the one. Oh well, I'm gonna let them go by. I don't want to go to Hospital Drive. I want to go to Grove Circle North. I've got my map going right here next to me too. I've never, ever not seen construction happening. Sorry, just haven't seen it. Ain't done it. Ain't done do it. All right, is this my turn? All right, I may be signing off here soon. Oh, yep, this is it. Okay, I'm almost there. Good, because I'm supposed to be there at 8:45, and it's 8:32. I'm on time. Let's see if my daughter's on time. Well, I guess we'll find out. States do superfluous construction projects because if they don't spend all the federal dollars, next year the budgets get docked. I know, and that's a stupid system too. That's a stupid system. If they don't spend the federal dollars, how about just not spending more for no apparent reason, right? But that's how government works. That's like how they always say, oh, there were budget cuts. Oh, budget cuts? There were no budget cuts. They never cut budgets. Oh, you mean it didn't increase as much as they wanted it to increase? Oh, that's what you really meant. Assholes. Anyway, all right, gang. Zero-based budgeting. What's that? Yeah, no doubt. Is this my turn? This is my turn. Anyway, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's my plan today, and it may be a good plan or it may not be a good plan, but because this is well, I say it's technically not the Morning Night Live, but it is, even though I don't have an intro and outro. But where the hell am I going here? I could have turned back there. What the hell? Oh, I see. Orth Clinic. Can I turn up there? And I'm going to turn it here and wind my way around over there. There we go. All right. I think I figured it out. Oh, I'm going the wrong damn way. I am going on a... Oh, well. I just drove into a one-way. Oh, well. I've figured it out. All right, gang. So my plan is when this is done, I'm going to do part 2, and hopefully it'll go smoothly, and I'll do that from this appointment to my home, and see if there's anything else that I want to rant about. So thanks for those of you who joined us. Oh, hello, Renee Mayat. I didn't see you there. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining me on this shortened version of the Morning Night Live, and we'll do part 2 after the ultrasound, and I can tell you what happened and see if there's anything else to rant about. Thank you very much for joining me today. Appreciate those of you who are sponsoring the show this morning, Chicago Mike and Manny Lou Screws, also known as Duck Dog. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in about an hour or so, and we'll finish this up. I'm PDawgKnight, and I'm out of here. Whoops, I'm out of here. There, out of here. How's that? There we go. Out of here. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.